Oh, it's true. It's true. In these trying and testing times of lockdown, social distancing, and self-isolation, with the world in desperate need of entertainment after all the Netflix new releases have been watched, there is only one man who can cure boredom. It's time for the return of DadMan.
It's DadMan.
I said it on Twitter the other day, but I will say it again right here. I am a massive fan of American late night talk show host Seth Meyers. I mean, it is always good to find someone who hates the US president almost as much as his own wife does. So as all late night fans know, as part of the US lockdown, with everyone being forced into self-isolation, late night talk show hosts such as Stephen Colbert and my man Seth Meyers have been forced to record their shows and skits from home, with setups much like mine. Albeit with millions of followers and millions of corporate dollars behind them, but you get the gist, same, but different. What was astounding to see was Seth do one of these bits from a hallway in his house. I mean, you gotta check out this clip to see what I mean.
So the coronavirus pandemic has impacted virtually every aspect of society, from Hollywood to sports to politics. Just yesterday we found out that Rand Paul was the first senator diagnosed with coronavirus. Thankfully his office says he's feeling fine, and that's great news.
Now, am I the only one who felt as though we were hiding from his kids and trying not to tip them off as to where we were? I was kind of expecting that whole thing to turn out something like this.
Scandals happen all the time. The question is, how do democracies respond to those scandals?
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children has just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me. My apologies.
What's this going to mean for the region?
My apologies. South Korea's policy choices on North Korea have been severely limited in the last 6 months to a year.
Here in Australia, we're heading towards lockdown due to the coronavirus, with both state and federal governments passing a barrage of laws that, when read, no doubt has us all confused as to what we can and can't do. I mean, you can still head to the shopping centre and go buy a t-shirt, but you can't go buy a meal from the food court and sit down and enjoy it. Nail bars, beauty salons and spray tan shops have been forced to close their stores due to help aid the fight against the spread of COVID-19, but hairdressers can remain open. Organised team sports are banned, but you can still go and attend boot camp. No more than 10 people are allowed to attend a funeral, and yet schools with classes up to 28 children are okay. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? And our poor Prime Minister Scott Morrison, or as us Aussies call him, our mate ScoMo, he just can't catch a break. I mean, at the beginning of the year, he was hated. He was hated because Australia was on fire, making headlines around the world. Our mate ScoMo, well, he was on holiday in Hawaii. Australia hated him. So now we have the Rona, as people are starting to call it here, because, well, quite simply because we're Australian and that's how we roll right here in the land down under. And you guessed it, our mate ScoMo is on telly every night breaking another confusing rule or another economic stimulus, and Aussies are jumping down his throat. They jump down his throat because he isn't delivering the news they want to hear, or because he just sounds like a broken record going over and over and over everything that we know. So my message to all you Aussies out there watching this right now, it may not be the news we want to hear. It may sound like the ramblings of an old madman coming down from a cocaine binge. But think about it. When it comes to leaders, we could have worse. The Rona, see how catchy that sounds, continues to throw the world into disarray. So as we slowly fade into self-isolation, why not kick things off by sharing a few laughs, by sharing some of the funnier Rona memes, before finishing off with me performing a mind-blowing magic trick that I've spent my entire life perfecting for a moment just like this. The trick's so mind-blowing, you will spend your entire self-isolation period trying to work out how it was done. Work from home? I don't even work from work. When you see your neighbour walk the dog more than once per day during quarantine, so I signed up to be a confidential informant. I used to spin that toilet paper roll like I was on the Wheel of Fortune. Now I turn it like I'm cracking a safe. Due to the coronavirus, we now officially have only 3 days of the week. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Government, stay inside. Half the world population. Catch me outside. How about that? Stay home if you're sick. Come over if you're sick. Stay together, or you'll end up as toilet paper. Products made in China. Virus made in China. Ordering pizza during a pandemic? Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here. When food runs out, and my dog and I both realise there's only one thing left to eat. Me, after realising I won't need a beach bod for 2020. Oh yeah, bring it on. What neighbourhoods are supposed to look like versus what my neighbourhood currently looks like. Don't travel, don't socialise, stay inside. Normal people, gamers and pot smokers, oh yeah. Couples who quarantine together, stay together. Day 7 of homeschool biology. Testing whether or not chloroform has a smell. Government, you're all on lockdown. Stay home, stay safe. Me as an essential worker. When bartenders find new jobs after all the bars close down. Wow, look at that skill right there. And I struggled to just even put normal oil in the car. You just know the Americans are going to be making films about COVID-19, but they make it out like they single-handedly ended the whole pandemic themselves, and have people like The Rock play the scientists. R. Kelly wants to be released from jail because he's concerned about the coronavirus. If it was COVID-15, he'd be cool with it. Alright, so now it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The magic trick. First of all, you would have noticed it's gone dark behind me. That is because I was editing this video very poorly, I know, and realised that I hadn't actually had my microphone turned on the first time I recorded it. Alright, so here we are. You've sat through the very boring monologue that wasn't very funny. You sat through about 20 or so memes, and it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. I'll take my hat off. The eye trick. It's my magic trick. I've been working on it for ages, my whole lifetime really, just to try and prepare it for you guys, and here it is. Don't worry, I'm not going to be like bulging my disc out of my eyelids or anything, because that's shit nasty. What I've got here is a bowl of water. I don't want to tip it over too far because of my keyboard. The important thing to do, fingertips of water, make sure the eyes are nice and wet. That's the very important part of this. I'll give you that tip because you're going to spend the rest of your time in isolation just trying to get over how blown your mind is and trying to work out how I actually did this trick. So good luck to you. But anyway, so eyes all wet. Alright, remember that. You're going to need that when you try. So now I just dig in here. Ready? Look, no eyes. No eyes. And 1, 2, 3, eyes. There you go. My magic trick. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up.